Hey friends, today we're going to attempt to take some not medium format, this is a large format. Try that again. Hello friends, in this episode we are going to attempt to take some large format pinhole photography as well as some medium format photography in rural America. So, as you might know, depending on the order that I publish these videos, I'm currently on a road trip. My boys have been in a mountain bike race and that was fun. That's completed now. But this video is after that on the way home, driving from California to southern Utah where we live. It's a 5.5 hour drive with a lot of great rural decay, which as you guys know, I love and could not miss the opportunity to photograph. So we're here at a location that I eyeballed. I'm actually waiting for the light to change a little bit, and while we do so, talk to you a bit about this camera. This is a very special camera. This is a 5x7 pinhole camera, as you can see, and it is made by a dear friend of mine that many of you will know at 511 Cameras. That's Dave Hancock. Dave has a YouTube channel, but also a online shop. One of the smartest photographers I know especially when it comes to film and analog photography. So Dave has started a Kickstarter with these beautiful pinhole cameras, and he was so kind and sent me one to try, especially so kind considering the fact that I have never shot large format in my life. So this will be a fun and interesting. I really hope I get shots that are useful and usable. So since I've never shot large format, this is a big risk for Dave to send me a demo unit, one of these precious few that he has made. He'll be making a lot more, obviously. Check out the Kickstarter to learn how you can get your own. But I really want to thank Dave for sending me this and giving me the opportunity to try it out. It's been hard to get out to shoot this summer, and this is awesome because it gives me a great opportunity to be motivated. So we'll see what I can come up with this guy. Dave also sent me, because I don't have film backs, he sent me some film and film backs preloaded. This is such a kind man, and gave me some good instructions. And I think I'm going to, this location we're at right here, I think I'm going to shoot this one first. I'll talk about these others later. But this first one is Ilford MG4, I think, if I'm reading it right. And that's not a film I've shot with or heard of before. But he's saying it's ultra high contrast, which this pinhole camera, from the examples I've seen, it already produces high contrast shots. So he says to shoot this in subdued and even light, which is actually not necessarily, well, it's not too bright. We've got really nice cloud coverage on an otherwise sunny 16 day. Just right here in the middle, we see sun almost all the way around the valley, but just right where we are. And what I'm going to photograph is rather flat, pretty low contrast, all things considered. So I think it'll work. So we're going to give it a shot. This is ISO 5. And if I understand this right, I believe that this has an aperture of 225. So I haven't done the math yet to see how long exposures will take, but I'll figure that out with the light that we have and take this first shot. And because I'm a cautious man and I've messed up too much film in my life, I am going to shoot with this as well. This is my GFX 50R, of course, which I super love to shoot with in these situations. On it right now is a 110 millimeter Mamiya 2.8 lens, but I'll get this as backup just in case this all goes to heck. Let's take this shot though. So I think I missed my window with that Ilford film because the sun is now coming out and my scene it's getting a lot more contrasty, so this film might not work. I'm just watching the light to see which film to use, or watching the clouds really to see which way they go, because they're not moving very fast. I would prefer to shoot this in subdued light though, so we'll give it a few minutes. I decided to go ahead and expose the Ilford MG4, which I learned later is actually paper negative. I exposed 2 sheets but misread the exposure time and exposed the first sheet way too long. We'll come back to the first sheet. This is my second exposed sheet and was exposed more appropriately. You can indeed see just how contrasty this paper negative came out in this sunny day. The front of the shack wasn't nearly so dark in reality, and normally I really love strong contrast with black and white, but actually, surprisingly, I think I preferred the second sheet, which was wildly overexposed. We have David Hancock's development wizardry to thank for saving this shot, but I actually really like how the shot came out. It brings a bit more of the actual experience of being at that location, which by the way is not too far away from Death Valley, one of the hottest locations on the planet. This photo brings across all the feelings I experienced at that location, and while of course a pinhole camera is not going to bring out the sharpness and clarity of the day, with that bright sun you almost had to squint anyway, so I think it's appropriate that things are soft. All that said, this pinhole camera produces a much sharper image than I expected based on what I've seen from other pinhole camera examples that I've seen. I've actually never shot pinhole before now. Finally, we have the composite panoramic shots with my GFX 50R and the 100mm 2.8 Mamiya lens. And of course, at the 65:24 aspect ratio and with that lovely pink on that shack, I just love this shot. Alright my friends, we're at a location that I really love. This is outside of Baker on the way to Las Vegas from California. And there's this sign that I've shot before, and I just love it. I think it would be a great subject for some pinhole. And so this time I'm going to be shooting with the Arista EDU that Dave sent me. This is 100. ISO 100 at sunny 16, which we are definitely at right now. The sun is full on. This is going to be a 2-second exposure, so this one's going to be a little tougher since I do have 2 sheets of film. I'll probably just get 2 different views, one with a foreground framing, the other just the sign, very simply, and I hope that they turn out. I'm nervous, but hopeful. So here we go. Let's give it a shot. Okay, now we'll go somewhere else. It's an interesting thing looking at this shot with the pinhole camera actually a bit sharper than I expected it to be, and at that 4x5 large format size. Looking at this on a small screen, it almost comes together as clearly as a 35mm shot. It's not till you zoom in that you really start to see that pinhole characteristic, but it's for that reason that I think I actually prefer the character and unique rendering of that Ilford MG4 paper negative provided when exposed in the camera, and I think I prefer that to the Arista film, honestly. I think I could have looked for ways to photograph this sign for hours. I absolutely love it. And while I did love those pinhole shots, I think it does lend itself more to the way that Astia, the Fujifilm simulation that I use in these settings, the way that it brings out those pastel colors. Of all the shots of the sign, this is, though, probably my favorite of the day. I love the way the sign floats above those clouds with the bulk of the clouds offset on the right, counterbalanced by the arrow pointing from the sign. And really, to put it more simply, sometimes simplest is best. Well, that's all the time we have left. The sun is gonna go down soon anyway, and we are late getting home, but this was a fun little shoot. I'm not sure how many of these will turn out. Hopefully all of them. If not, hopefully I've got some medium format GFX shots that aren't too terrible. But that's all for now, guys. Thanks for coming with us on this small little mini episode adventure to get me back into the swing of doing videos, maybe, hopefully. Hopefully it's not too long before you see me again. Thanks for watching. Talk to you again soon.